What's going on over here? How you doing?
Well, we were in a neighborhood and we figured we'd stand here a bit.
Ah, it's good to see you out here.
Vietnam veterans flag. This is the organization I belonged to about 30 years ago.
30 years ago you joined this organization?
Oh yeah, I was a member of Vietnam Veterans Against the War, a big supporter for the Veterans for Peace. And we're still out here, even though the President of the United States said the war is over. And I just want to caution people, whatever legality they pin their hats on about the invasion and occupation of Iraq are all still in effect. So tomorrow morning, the President can get up and send the troops back without asking anybody. So when he says the war is over, first of all, it's not a war because it was never declared. Second of all, he hasn't rescinded any of the so-called authority to go and invade another country. In our Constitution, it has this one or two lines that says that the Congress of the United States will declare war. Not the President, not stupid congressmen. It says that Congress as a whole, both houses, have to declare war. The last time we declared war was Japan, 1941. All the stuff that you know about that's closest to our age, your age, not my age anymore. It's all illegal because the Congress itself never declared war.
They just disregard that?
They just say, well, we'll do a police action. And the problem is, for us to go back and impeach Bush and arrest Bush and put him on trial, is every member of Congress at one time, except one or two, has supported the supplemental funding of, say, this war. So how the hell are you going to impeach somebody or try them when you're involved in it? So everybody turns their back and says, let the President take the heat for it. Well, here we are. The President has told us he withdrew all the troops. That's probably true. Let's give him that one. Now, there's no uniforms walking around in Iraq. And if we do find somebody in uniform, they'll say he's a specialist, you know, doing something.
Yeah.
Guarding the huge embassy that they created. So we still have the war in Iraq going on. We still have the war in Afghanistan going on. We still have, for the first time in our history, bombing anybody at will. Yemen, Pakistan. Look what we did to Pakistan. Pakistan is a mess. We go in with drones and we bomb, and if there's 15 people around the person that we want, too bad, collateral damage. Pakistan got so angry with it, said no more.
How did we get it to the point in our time when we can just go bomb and kill people like that with no... Did that just...
Because, first of all, the American people are not paying attention. And second of all, the congressmen themselves are all corrupt. Every goddamn one of them. Bar none. And I really like Bernie Sanders. And I like Kucinich. But they are corrupt. And if you look at how much money Congress is getting from AIPAC and other organizations dealing with the Palestinian problem and the Israeli invasion and occupation, you understand why we can't seem to side and take an honest broker's position. It's all, and even Obama stands out there and says, well, Israel is our friend. Well, you know, I had friends when I grew up, and if they did something wrong, I would say, knock it off. Stop it. That's what friends do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're out here for a long haul. And I'm sorry to tell the people of the United States or anybody that watches this video, the war in Iraq is not over. It's not over until Congress says it's over. Don't believe what Obama's saying. He doesn't have the authority. However, the recent incident that happened with the governor of Arizona and Obama, when you see her pointing a finger at him, if Obama wanted to, he could arrest her, declare her a terrorist, and take her to Gitmo without a trial.
Because he has that power.
Because the stupid goddamn Congress gave him that power. And Obama had the audacity to sign a presidential waiver that said he said, I'll never use that power. If you believe that, once again, I got a bridge for you in Brooklyn. So now we're going to get another president like Bush sooner or later, and he's got this power. So the Democrats that voted for this are idiots, because if a Republican ever gets that power, they will use it. Or a Democrat, I don't know. I hope not. But that's what we're doing here.
They ruined our checks and balances. Those have been slowly getting.
There is no checks and balances.
Yeah.
And every one of the Congress report and so forth, most people understand that. But they still vote for the same damn people. So, you know, anybody that is just getting involved in trying to change stuff, think about this. If you keep sending the same people back to Washington, and I'm including our delegation, with some of them I like, if you keep sending them back, don't expect any change. Don't expect to have enough money for your schools, because they're sucking us dry. Don't expect to have any money for your police department. Do you hear me, Mr. Cop? Your money is going to Afghanistan. That's why the city is scratching its head, the states are all going broke, and everybody's saying, we have no money.
Yeah. We've known that.
Go ahead.
We've been aware of that for a while out here on the street, yelling that at people that drive by. They're taking half the money for the war.
Yeah.
Now, isn't he given, he's going to cut the Pentagon's spending or something? Have you heard that?
Yeah, he's going to cut.
Not that I believe it too much, but I think, I don't know. What do you think on that? He claims.
First of all, anybody that tries to go after the military complex and their budgets better have a lot of allies, because Kucinich has been trying to do it for years. Senator Sanders from Vermont has been trying to do it for years, and everybody goes, all of a sudden, everybody goes to the restroom when it comes to a vote. All right, they either absent themselves if they have a base of progressives, so
there's not enough to make a legal vote.
Yeah. And so, and then you have the Republicans, who have always used the military to use their propaganda to get elected. I mean, it's rare that you run into a Republican that is against raising the military. Well, let's see what our money is giving us. We have anywhere from 700 to 1,000 bases around the world. We have weapons now that everybody is terrorized of. And think about this, we're making such a big thing about Iran getting nuclear weapons. Well, the United States is constantly looking for bigger weapons. So as the United States builds these weapons, then it becomes a question of how long is it going to take for countries like Israel, China, England, France, to get the same weapons. And that's what we do. We are the arms dealers of the world.
And we're modifying all these nuclear weapons to make bunker busters, and these depleted uranium we're using spreading everywhere.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
I heard we got an aircraft or some big ship out there over near Iran that's got 6 small nukes on it. I mean, it's got nuclear reactors on it. A nuclear Eisenhower, I think they said, is over there.
Okay, I don't know of a carrier that's still in existence that doesn't have nuclear reactors. When I was in the Navy, we used to have oil. Sometimes we use aircraft oil, and sometimes we use black oil. But we didn't have a nuclear bomb sitting in the middle of our ship. And if people start firing missiles, and Iran is not Iraq and it's not Afghanistan, it's got the 5th largest military in the world. And Israel is pushing and pushing and pushing because they're not going to bother us. You know? I mean, they don't have a missile that can go all the way across the Atlantic. I'm not sure if the Pacific Ocean is shorter. I'm pretty sure that the Atlantic Ocean is the one they would fire. And you're talking about thousands of miles. So the big question is, why are we so hard on Iran when Israel is the only nation in the area that has a nuclear weapon? But Israel is our friend. Now, let me tell you about this ship right here, the USS Liberty.
Where's that at? Oh, right there. Let me get that.
I wear that to remind people, and remind me from time to time. Israel attacked this ship without any warning because during the wars that were in the Middle East against Egypt and Syria and the countries like that, the United States was supposed to be neutral. However, USS Liberty was a spy ship. It was off the coast of Israel and Egypt.
What year was this roughly?
This was
20 years?
60s.
60s, yeah, okay.
Because I remember I was in the military when we got the news about this attack. There were 30 or 40, I think there was 30 or 40 wounded and over, 30 or 40 murdered. And then you had about 600 that were seriously injured, burned really badly. And they kept putting up the American flag. The Israelis would shoot down the American flag, and the guys would get another one and put it on the tower on the ship.
Jeez, how's that friendly?
There is no way that they did not know, and didn't know what they said. They thought it was an Egyptian ship. There is no way.
Yeah.
You cannot attack a ship without seeing their flag. And if you shot missiles at it, that would be one thing. But they were sorties after sorties, and they would know, once they started it, they might have made a mistake when they started it. But now they had a problem on their hands, so they tried to sink it. And they bombed it, they torpedoed it, they tried to sink it. And whoever put the ship together did a good job, because it wouldn't sink. So finally, the admirals in the area called in for backup, and as soon as they did that, the Israeli planes left. So that means there was communication between two countries. It's so
what a mess.
sad.
So you bring that up in respect to today, that the Liberty thing, the ship.
Yeah, you should never believe a politician. So if you look around, we have a hard time getting people out here because they think the Iraqi war is over.
Yeah.
All right, it's not. I mean,